Good morning, Luxury Travel University. I'm Angela Hughes, a luxury travel entrepreneur, and I am excited today that I am going to be announcing our winter Q1 Luxury Travel University educational FAMs. And so thanks for joining me, especially in this group. And I just want to say happy holidays to everybody. I've created this little backdrop today to look like we are more Christmassy in Florida, but the truth is it is 61 degrees outside and pleasant and amazing. But I know everybody's got snow across the Northeast, and I come from the Northeast up in the New England area, and I'm missing that. So I'm trying to create it here with this fire. Maybe I'll make some chili today. I don't know. Okay, you guys, we have so many exciting things coming up in this group. It's just evolved over this last year where I've had a lot more time to work on it, and now it's becoming a hot passion. And so you see that we have like tons of guest speakers in this group who help you guys grow your market share. And we're bringing them on free to you so you can grow your education and your knowledge. One of the things that stemmed out of that is different educational fam trips that we're going to be offering through the Luxury Travel University now. So just to give you a little feedback on what the Luxury Travel University is, it was actually my training program for my agents. And I'm also a college professor at Brigham Young University and an educator in my real life back before, like back in the 90s. And I taught this past semester and so forth. Not going to be teaching there anymore because I think we're going to get busy with travel. But one of the things is that I love to develop educational modules. And that's kind of my passion from my educational background with a master's degree in tourism and hospitality, et cetera. And so some of the things that I thought that we could do in this group is actually have on-site trainings. And why not? If you are going to sell luxury travel, you need to know how to be doing that every step of the way. And that means you actually need to be in the destinations and learning how to do that. And I know most of the time, the luxury destinations are super expensive. So I've reached out to lots of vendors and they are helping us do this at a reduced price for my group. And it's going to really come on a first serve basis. And we're going to be vetting the agents that go who have the most potential to actually sell their destinations and bring them business as well, since they're helping us on that end. Okay, so one of the things I want to talk about is you can find the educational fam trips over at the Luxury Travel University website. So www.luxurytraveluniversity.com. And I'm just going to go there right now. Let me share screen, see if this will work for me. Okay, sharing. Okay, here we go. So if you go over here and you just click on the right side here and move the mouse down, you'll see that we have our consulting packages because I am a consultant as well for agencies and advisors and DMCs, hospitality groups who need private consulting to grow their business. And so that's kind of a side. Well, that's what the Luxury Travel University is. It's private strategy consulting. The luxury educational fam trips, if you want to click on this bar right here, hold on, let that load. Here's what we've got cooking for this year. For the first part, Kenya. I'm so excited to offer Kenya. Just came back from Tanzania. We've sold a lot of Africa and high-end Africa. Just closed $40,000 safari last night. And this is something that you could do right away with Tanzania, with Kenya, with Uganda. And so right now I'm headed back to Tanzania in January with a small group that we put together right after we went to Tanzania 4 or 5 weeks ago. So it's possible that you guys can be selling Africa right this single second. So we're offering Kenya March 3rd through the 13th, and it's going to be amazing. Way reduced prices. We looked it up on Kensington and Abercrombie to see what the comparable price would be. It would be starting way in the $13,000, $14,000, $15,000 range for the type of trip that we put together here. And so we're going to be teaching you on the ground how to sell more Africa. Okay, we also have The extension, if you go to Kenya and you want to do the gorilla trek in Uganda, that could work as an extension, or that could work as an independent fam trip on its own, the 13th through the 18th. That's a beauty. With both Kenya and Uganda, right now you do need the PCR COVID test. Now that could be changing with a vaccine, but as for now, you're going to need the COVID test to get into both. So we've got the 5-day Uganda, if you just want to do the short 1-week trip, fly in, do the 5 days, trek with the gorillas, and then jump on back over the pond to America. That's great. If you want to do Kenya, I've already got one of my own advisors from my agency signed up for that. We've got limited spots. We're only between like 10 and 12 spots on each of these. And so make sure that you hurry and jump in on these right away. And like I said, we are vetting who comes on them. We're looking for people who have potential, who want to grow their market share, who haven't been there 17 times and are just trying to get a cheaper, reduced trip. We're looking for people that can, bring value not only to the vendors that we're working with, but can actually grow their business. Okay, the third FAM that I'm so super excited about is Egypt in April, the 6th through the 14th. This is a good one. Remember a couple of weeks ago, we had Yasser on here, and we also had the St. Regis Hotel. We've worked together with them to combine some amazing magic to do Cairo with a river cruise over to Aswan and also to Luxor. And so both amazing, or all three of those are amazing destinations. I've been to Egypt many times, and was recently there in 2019. I was there right after the revolution, 11, 12 years ago. I mean, when cars were still burning hot on the road, we were one of two groups, Abercrombie and Kent, and my agency had a group there. We were the only people at the pyramids. And when I went back in 2019 to put together my group for 2020, that never happened. I was surprised. Tourism was really emerging again, especially with the French, the Spanish, and more US people traveling there. And I'm telling you what, these are three destinations that we're focusing on: Kenya, Uganda, and Egypt, that you're going to be able to sell. Okay, I'm taking questions right now in the comments. Somebody says they would love to chat. And yes, I would love to chat with you as well. If you want to make an appointment with me, I am only working up until next Tuesday. I do free 15-minute consultations to see if you are a good fit for working with me, and if I'm a good fit for working with you privately one-on-one in strategy sessions. We do strategy sessions in 1, 3, 5, and 10 blocks. I'd say a lot of people start out in the 3 block, and then we'll meet one time during that month, and then you'll have a big homework assignment, and then we'll meet again and follow up 3 or 4 weeks later. So you have time to like really implement the things that we've talked about and we're creating strategies. We're talking client attraction. We are talking development with wherever you're at in your advisory or with your agency. The other package we have is a branding package. That's just a 1-hour branding package. It's my least expensive package. And that's 1 hour where we just kind of do a deep dive into what you've got going with your social media and with your website and how you present yourself, etc. And I actually find that a really rewarding thing. I really have only met with one advisor who I talked to her the other day, and I was like, she really doesn't need us. And I'll be the first one to tell you, if you don't need us, we don't want you paying to work with us. And so she actually had a beautiful website, a beautiful brand, and really couldn't benefit from what we had to offer. And so we're talking more strategy with her versus branding. And so, yes, you can go out to my website and you can make a 15-minute consultation, free consultation, where we can talk whether or not you're the right fit for our strategy and branding consultations. Okay, so back to the fam trips really quick. Like I said, we have super limited spots on all 3 of our trips: Kenya, Uganda, and Egypt. And if you're doing Kenya, you should really consider extending that and jumping over the border to Uganda and adding on that gorilla trek. That will be, I just feel like that's such a big seller for 2021 and 2022. Okay, I'm gonna sit on here for a minute. If you have questions, I'll answer questions. if you have questions about anything, I'll answer questions for the next few minutes. How have you guys liked the speakers that we've had on? Let me know in the comments. I feel like there's been so many things to learn. Yesterday, we had a group of private guides of Europe that were really informative, and we're talking more about them and different collaborations we can do in the future. We've had on different DMCs, especially Diane in Greece, who's super amazing with Travel Beyond Wellness. I know she's talking personally to a lot of our advisors, and Bernard in East Africa, and Sandra in South Africa. So, okay, we have a question here. What am I finding people are booking for 2021? Whatever is open. We have been hot on Africa. And like I said, went over there 6 weeks ago, 5 or 6 weeks ago, and we have been pushing that like a madman, and that's been selling. And one of the things that we've done is just strategy, gone through our client list and really narrowed down and got laser focused on what clients could afford that, and then just did a deep, quick target to them and had some instant sales on that. The other thing that I'm finding that is selling now is Costa Rica. And that's something that you should be focusing on as that's opened up. And the barrier to entry is not very difficult with that right now. And then, of course, Mexico. Mexico's hot right now with all of the different properties and the specials they're having. So, of course, we've had a slew of Mexico. And some Caribbean. I'm going to say Caribbean hasn't been like super hot for us because a lot of people are still a little iffy on if they can do the testing with 72 hours. Like in Florida, for instance, really hard to get a PCR test back in 72 hours. I recently just missed my trip to Costa Rica because I didn't get my test back in time. And the country didn't require it, but the company that was paying for me to come down did require it and did not get it back on time. And so postponed that. And so big lesson learned there. You've got to make sure that you get those PCR tests back in time because they have to ship them out to a lab. You can't just do a quick one for a lot of countries. And it's kind of stressful. Okay. So the costs for the FAMs are over at the Luxury Travel University, and there's different pricing for each one. So we have advisor rates and then companion rates on that. So jump over to the website. I'll put that up one more time. Let's see where it's at. So you can check those out. And again, this is something you could be selling right away. We're really focused hot on Africa, on Egypt, and then moving into Costa Rica as our destinations right now focus. Okay, so let's see. It looks like we have one more comment up here. Oh, somebody just said thank you, and thank you to you guys. I appreciate you guys for the support, for the love, for all of the education that this has brought us. It's such a great idea, and there's so much more that we can bring of content and value over the next year. So happy holidays, you guys. We'll talk soon. See you later.